The forecast for 2015 is going between 6.4 to 6.7%. That is our GDP forecast. There was a time way back in the early 2000s that our GDP was only about 2.4, 2.3%. Now, we're enjoying it at 6.4 to 6.7. The graph here shows the annual growth rate on a quarterly basis up till, okay, we had a surprising comeback. Ending at about 5.5, okay, 5.6 in last quarter of 2015. But the forecast this year is on a high of 6.7. Our inflation rate is still low at 4%. And of course, you know, the peso is strengthening, but the dollar, it's very good to know that, especially for the Filipinos living here in the US, that the US is on a comeback, right? I think you've been enjoying this for a couple, 2-3 years. What is bringing this? One of the reasons is there is already the recovery of export markets. So more export processing companies are already, you know, the export processing zones are booming again. And there is increasing private consumption, which I will discuss with you later. Just 2 weeks ago, no less than Bloomberg announced that the Philippines, our little Philippines, what used to be, you know, the crouching tiger, no longer, will be, just for 2015 alone, the second fastest growing economy, not only in the Asian region, but worldwide. Globally, second fastest growing economy after China. Actually, what you can see here is China kind of dipped. From 9%, they're slowly going down. Their forecast GDP by the end of 2015 is 7%. Ours will be between 6.4 to 6.7. So we're second after China, followed by Kenya, India, and Indonesia. So you only see Philippines and Indonesia, okay, among those countries in the top 5. When you talk of, I'm handling international sales. I'm actually the head of international sales for Vista Residences. I've been with the company for over 12 years, plus another 5 years handling them as a consultant. So that's a total of 17 years. You know, that's loyalty. My partner here, Dudes, has been with the company for 15 years. So that's the kind of people working for Vista. And I have never seen a property boom this good. The past 2 years, handling international sales, I thought that the growth will be coming from the self-employed, from the local people. No, we started seeing a surge of foreign investors. This is property. I'm talking about property. Foreign investors, people from China, people from Singapore, people from the more developed countries investing in our own country. And at that time, even if I was reading financial analysis or hearing it from the financial analysts, I was wondering, how come, you know, there are a lot of people asking, foreigners asking about Philippine property. But true enough, when you have disposable income and you're a foreigner, you look at different countries, where will I park my money? The first would be Sydney. The second would be Manila. Jakarta, Shanghai, Tokyo. But Manila is right there among the top 5. In terms of global competitiveness, siguro wala na tayo dito by year 2050, but the World Bank is forecasting that the Philippines will be the 18th largest economy by year 2050, worldwide. Followed, okay, that is an optimistic forecast, but there is even a more optimistic forecast that we will be 14th. That is from Goldman. This is from HSBC. HSBC says we'll be 16. Anywhere from 14, 16, 18. Okay na yan. Currently, we're number 59. Okay. So 2015, 59. 2050, 14, 16, 18, to be in the top 20. That's a leap. Why? Because of our human capital. What's human capital? Way back, I remember my parents would always say, okay, mag-anak. Kailangan dalawa lang. Just like Singapore, two-child policy. Don't have too many children. Population explosion is not good for the economy. You will become poor. Actually, having babies, our love for making babies is making us rich now. That human capital has produced, how many people do we have right now? Over 100 million. We hit 100 million last year. And that human capital, we have entered the demographic window wherein the human capital is a young population. Okay? This graph shows you that those 0 to 19, age 0 to 19, comprises 45% of the Philippine population now. Those who would be what we would call the working age, from 20 all the way to 64, 20 to 34, this is 25. 35 to 49, 15. And then a little over 10, about 10% is 50 to 64. Retirable age in the Philippines is 65. So this is your working age. What does that mean? When your working age is this healthy, you have more people who are earning. If your working age or your employment age is this healthy, more money would be coming in for private consumption, for household consumption. That's why when you go to the malls, that's why when you have so many malls, people go there because they have money to spend. Oh yes, they enjoy the AC. They enjoy the air conditioning because the Philippines is hot, but no, they're really spending. An average call center person now would earn about 30,000 pesos. Okay, you have one call center in a family. You probably have somebody working for a BPO, somebody who's living abroad who's sending money. Okay? These people are also the ones being sent, being sent abroad to work as OFWs. So our people would be our biggest resource. But then, I'm pretty sure you know that. Now, these people would be, pagtanda din nila, itong 45% na to, we have entered that demographic sweet spot late last year. So, this will continue to grow. So, lalaki to. People are still making babies. So, tuloy-tuloy yan na meron tayong human capital. Okay? And when you have human capital, increased purchasing power and capacity, and more manufacturing companies for fast-moving consumer goods and other industrial companies are moving to the Philippines, setting up businesses, taking long-term leases, about 10, 15, 25-year leases, to set up business there. Right? So, we are very attractive because we speak good English, we are hardworking, we are masino, we rarely complain. So, why not set up business in the Philippines? And relatively, versus other areas in the region, our labor cost is affordable. It's not cheap. It's affordable. Okay? Key economic drivers. Because more manufacturing companies are opening, we would have a lot more industrial sectors attracting expats. So when you have expats coming in, where will they reside? They will reside in condos. Our condos will be rented out. Before, the concept of renting out would be renting out our apartments. Now, our apartments are vertical cities.